Could the next economic powerhouse actually be Africa? This video will unpack the real reasons behind Africa's rapid growth, from booming tech hubs and mega infrastructure projects to smart farming and rising foreign investments. Plus, we'll show you the opportunities ahead and the challenges no one's talking about. Stick around, we are connecting the dots others miss, and by the end, you'll see Africa in a whole new light. Number 1. Africa's growth is gaining serious momentum. Let's start off by looking at how fast Africa is shifting gears economically. It's no longer just about potential. Real numbers are backing up the continent's rise. But what exactly is fueling this change? According to the World Bank, Sub-Saharan Africa's growth is picking up, moving from 3.3% in 2024 to a projected 3.5% in 2025, with estimates reaching 4.3% by 2026. The African Development Bank adds that 40 countries are expected to see stronger growth than they did in 2023, making Africa the second fastest growing region globally. What countries are leading the charge? Niger is expected to grow at a blazing 10.4%, followed by Senegal at 8.3%, Libya at 7.8%, Rwanda at 6.9%, and Côte d'Ivoire with strong growth driven by a mix of agriculture, logistics, and telecom. So what's behind this upward trend? First, there's a noticeable spike in investment. New funds are pouring into energy, transport, and tech, thanks in part to new approvals from groups like the EBRD. Second, governance is improving. Many countries have rolled out reforms to reduce corruption and attract foreign investors. Also, Africa's pushing hard on diversification. Moving beyond oil and raw goods, many economies are branching into manufacturing and services. Add a youthful population and regional trade agreements like AfCFTA into the mix, and you've got a recipe for long-term momentum. Can this momentum last? If current trends continue, the answer might be a confident yes. Number 2. Africa's digital scene is lighting up the map. Now that we've looked at the numbers, let's talk about what's powering Africa's economic future. Tech. This continent isn't just catching up. In many ways, it's setting the pace. So where is all this digital buzz coming from? Start with Lagos. Often called Africa's Silicon Valley, it's home to more tech hubs than any other city on the continent. With over 90 million internet users, it's the perfect storm for innovation. The Yaba district is booming with startups like Flutterwave, Andela, and Jumia, each playing a big role in payments, education, and e-commerce. These companies have pulled in serious investment and helped shape Nigeria's digital economy. Then there's Nairobi, East Africa's answer to Silicon Valley. Known as the Silicon Savannah, Nairobi thrives on government support and solid infrastructure. It's also the birthplace of M-Pesa, Kenya's mobile money platform that's transformed how people move money. Did you know nearly 60% of Kenya's GDP now flows through M-Pesa? Cape Town joins the digital race with a mature, investment-ready ecosystem. It's quickly becoming a favorite for startups thanks to strong ties with European markets and a deep talent pool. So here's the question. Can Africa's tech boom keep evolving fast enough to lead global innovation? If these trends continue, the answer might be closer than we think. Number 3. Big builds are reshaping Africa's future. After tech, let's shift tracks, literally, to Africa's building spree. This continent isn't just expanding upward. It's layering the tracks, raising the rails, and lighting up cities with projects that are transforming the way people move, live, and power their futures. First up, the Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway. Stretching 756 kilometers, this electrified rail line connects landlocked Ethiopia to the port of Djibouti. Since its launch, it's slashed travel time, moved cargo faster, and created over 55,000 jobs. Trade between the two countries? It's on a whole new level. Then there's the Lagos Metro Rail. With its blue and red lines launched in 2023 and 2024, Lagos is finally easing its notorious traffic. These routes don't just connect neighborhoods, they unlock new economic zones, boosting activity across Nigeria's most populated city. Now take a look at GERD, the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. With a jaw-dropping capacity of 6,450 megawatts, this is Africa's largest hydropower project. Once fully operational, it'll double Ethiopia's electricity supply, open up exports, and drive industrial growth with over 12,000 new jobs. But what happens when infrastructure meets population growth? Africa's cities are growing fast. By 2030, half the continent will be urban. The middle class? It's expected to double. That means more homes, more services, and more opportunities. And here's a thought. Could smart infrastructure be Africa's biggest magnet for foreign investors? Signs point to yes. Number 4. Africa's farms are growing smarter and stronger. We've seen the cities rise and the tech boom roll in. Now let's take a walk into Africa's farmlands. But don't expect just soil and seeds. This is farming like you've never seen it before. So how is agriculture becoming one of Africa's smartest sectors? Across the continent, modern tools and tech are turning age-old farming into a forward-thinking powerhouse. AI, drones, and the Internet of Things are being used to detect disease, track rainfall, and fine-tune irrigation. It's farming with precision. Startups like Thrive Agric in Nigeria, Grain Pulse in Uganda, and AgroSenta in Ghana are also giving farmers better access to markets, funding, and real-time advice, tools that once fell out of reach. And it doesn't stop at tech. Africa is branching out from old staples. Ghana, long known for cocoa, is now betting big on crops like cashew, coconut, and rubber through the World Bank-backed Tree Crop Diversification Project. Meanwhile, Kenya's vibrant horticulture industry is stealing the spotlight. Its exports of fruits, veggies, and flowers are now outpacing tea and coffee. But what's growth without sustainability? Farmers are blending traditional methods with eco-friendly ones. Think crop rotation, composting, and drought-resistant seeds. With climate change putting pressure on water and soil, these techniques are more than smart. They're survival tools. Can agriculture really future-proof Africa's economy? If this momentum continues, it just might. Number 5. Global investors are betting big on Africa. We've talked homegrown growth, but now let's zoom out. Africa isn't just building for itself. It's catching the attention of the world's biggest players. So what's making investors and global partners double down on Africa? In 2024, foreign direct investment into Africa hit a record-breaking $94 billion. That's an 85% jump from the previous year. Massive, especially considering the rest of the world saw a decline. Clearly, something unique is drawing the world's attention. So who's investing? China remains a powerhouse, pouring over $15 billion into infrastructure, energy, and minerals. That's 16.5% of all new investment in sub-Saharan Africa. The European Union is stepping up too, especially through energy partnerships and trade-friendly policies linked to AfCFTA. And then there's the United States, launching digital inclusion programs aimed at connecting 80% of Africa to the internet by 2030. But why does this matter on the ground? These aren't just cash infusions. Strategic partnerships means long-term gains, think job creation, technology transfers, and infrastructure upgrades. Just look at what groups like Tony Elumelu Foundation are doing, teaming up with tech giants to support local entrepreneurs with digital tools and training. With so many players investing in Africa's future, one has to wonder, could Africa soon become the next global business hub? The groundwork's already being laid. Number 6. The road ahead is tough but full of possibilities. To wrap this up, let's be real. Africa's story isn't just one of wins. It's also a story of grit, setbacks, and the huge potential still waiting to be unlocked. So what hurdles are slowing the pace, and what's on the horizon could turn things around? Let's start with the challenges. Corruption remains a serious issue. When public funds don't go where they're meant to, trust erodes. So does progress. Weak institutions make it harder to enforce accountability, creating a cycle that's tough to break. Then there's income inequality. Even as economies grow, that growth isn't always shared equally. The wealth gap limits access to education, healthcare, and opportunity for millions. And the infrastructure gaps in transport, power, and the internet still hold back integration and everyday development in too many regions. But there's another side to this coin, and it's full of hope. Africa's youth is its biggest asset. With the right education, jobs, and digital access, the rising generation could drive an innovation wave the world can't ignore. The renewable energy potential is enormous too. With sun, wind, and space in abundance, Africa could lead the shift toward clean, affordable power. And let's not forget AfCFTA, a united market that could redefine how Africa trades and grows internally. So here's the question. Can the continent turn its challenges into fuel for its next leap? The future's waiting. While Africa is scaling up, a surprising shift is unfolding on the other side of the global supply chain. Turns out, some of the world's biggest brands are packing up operations and moving their factories out of China. What's pulling them away? And which countries are cashing in on this quiet industrial migration? That story's coming up next, and it might change how you see the world of manufacturing.